Y'all know what it is. Thanks for tuning back in here to another episode here on the Speedbug channel. What it is, y'all, and today we got a topic here behind me about my beloved Ducati V4. Y'all just love this bike. Y'all can't get enough of this bike, and let me tell you, I can when you ride it, because man, I tell you, when you ride it, when you just commute around town, this shit sucks, man. It just beats the hell out of you. But I tell you what I can't get enough of is the way this thing looks. And just damn. Doggone dang. That thing just looked that good. It just looks so good. So, let's talk about this. A question I really get asked by a lot of you all. Why haven't I modded this bike? Hold on, let me move this BMW out the way. Alright, so now I got a little bit of room. So, a question I get asked a lot is, yo, Bug, yo, Rob, exactly why haven't you modded this bike? Why haven't you made your own exhaust? Why haven't you done whatever? Well, to be honest with you, I still am kind of on the fence that I might sell it. But here's another one nonetheless, and let me just be real with y'all. Now, to the Ducati fan base, you know, they're gonna think I'm crazy for thinking this, that, whatever. I don't give a shit, whatever. This is my opinion, this is my video, this is my channel. I think the best exhaust that's still out for this bike is still the Akrapovic exhaust. And obviously Ducati has worked very close and very well with Akrapovic to make the exhaust work very well for this bike. And I think it does just as well as like Yosh works with Suzuki and any of the others that are out there that obviously play very well, very close to the manufacturer. I'm not going to go in and list in all of them. So they make the Termi and stuff, which work very well with Ducati and other stuff like that. But I think for this bike, the Akrapovic works perfect. Jumping into it, it's like $5,500 to get the pipes for the exhaust. Then you have to also buy this lower valance in this fairing, because when you get the Akrapovic exhaust, it doesn't fit directly where the stock can is. So you have to get a new lower valance, which is somewhere between $300 and $400. Now, if you're skilled and you have a good set of tools and flex heads and stuff like that, you can do the install yourself. Take you probably 8 hours or so, because you got to take a lot of this shit apart and the bike apart to get to it. The back part to get to all this is nothing. This is easy. Here's the header bolts, so on and so forth. You get that off, you drop the can off. That's cool. The back part's pretty easy. You don't even have to fully take the tank out. I know a way that you can do it with the tank still in there, but it doesn't matter. The front, obviously, with the radiator and all the oil coolers and all the other shit that's in there that Ducati packs this thing with, you gotta be able to have some room to get your hand and your tools in there to get that. So most shops and stuff where I'm going with this charge you somewhere between 8 to 12 hours to do it. Whatever, okay? Call it another $1,000, $1,200 US. I don't know what it is in euros and pounds or whatever like that, but about another $8 to $1,200 in US. So, fortunately, I'm skilled enough that I know how to do it. It's no big deal, so I could save myself the money. But let's just say I get the whole kit $6,000 US, okay? $6,000. That's a lot of money for some exhaust and for some pipes. Titanium, stainless, I don't give a shit what it is. $6,000 is a lot of money for exhaust. Now, you also get the up map and the sprint filter and all these other things, but that's a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, that's like half the cost of this bike sitting right here, or almost half the cost of this one sitting over here, and definitely half the cost of this one sitting over here. Meaning, so what I'm saying is, getting with that, even if you don't get a brand new bike, and I'm taking that off of new prices. If you buy a used bike, you can buy a pretty good used bike for $6,000 US. Take it to the track, let it get scratched, beat up a little bit, even buy race plastics and beat the dog shit out of it and still enjoy it on the street. So what I'm getting at is I've done a few aesthetic things like that, like, the mirror block offs, because I hated the factory mirrors and stuff. Took the tail section off, and that's it. But overall, to be honest with you, I really think that the bike is almost damn near perfect the way it is. Of course, I would love the Akrapovic exhaust. I would love this to be a little louder. Maybe one day I'll cut that open, weld some pipes inside of it to make it kind of like straight pipe through. So, meaning what I'm saying is, because it goes into the catcher, so I have to cut this open, put some pipes in there, make it come all the way through so there's not a bunch of turbulence and stuff in there, and engineer it and pull it out, draw it out, and do all that. That's something I can do, but it's not something I'm willing to do right now. The bike works perfectly fine. Bike was damn near 30 G's, you know, all that, and then for me to spend another 6 to go into it to make it just a little bit faster. The thing is that the bike is not slow. It's not like the bike doesn't work. The bike works fine. The bike's fast. The bike handles. The bike does exactly what it's supposed to do. And for me to blow another 6 G's on this, I could just find $6,000 to do a lot more with than to just throw on some exhaust. I mean, I could damn near put exhaust on all my bikes for $6,000, or do one bike for $6,000. I still haven't even done with the X Diablo S over here, which I don't know if I'm going to buy the Termi slip-on or some other ones that I've seen on there, or again make my own, because also another viewer that's been watching, been looking to see if I have or will going to be making my own here for the Hyper Motard, in which I still kind of plan on doing. I've just been busy, just haven't really got around to it. It's not bad the way it is now, but I would like it to be finished and come up here, you know, in the factory position, so it's not blaring me in my ear. But back again to this bike. Why haven't I really modified it? Well, it's pretty damn perfect. It's pretty good the way it is. Can, of course, it be better? Absolutely. Of course, anything can be better. But this bike is so track focused, and the more performance parts that I'm going to throw at it is going to make it handle that much better, and that much, how would I say it? Make it handle that much better and do what it does already that much better on the track and around the corners. And that's just not something that you really, or at least I'm not going to do with my bike on the street. Too much shit going on, too many chances, people not paying attention on their cell phones, you know, potholes, so on and so forth. And I don't want to, you know, scratch, score, do anything to this beautiful I don't want to scratch, score, do anything to this beautiful red paint that's on my Ducati. I like the way it looks, and I like to just to look at it sometimes in my garage. I don't even have to ride the Joker. I just like to look at it, because it's like a piece of art just looking at it, and I love it. And that's probably the biggest reason why I still have it and I haven't sold it, is because I love the way it looks. But for what I do, since I don't really ride on the circuit track much anymore, it's like the most useless bike that I have to me, and it's probably the most expensive. And so I think, or it's within 1,000 or 2 of my S1000 when it was new, but it's the most expensive, and it's very expensive. So I just have a hard time pulling the trigger on, you know, even like the rear sets and stuff. You can upgrade the rear sets from Rizoma, get the Akrapovic exhaust, the clear clutch cover. Now I did see that, and I do like that, but given the fact that this is a wet system clutch, when oil gets on the clear cover, well, you really can't see the clutch. Now, as the bike sits, it'll all drip down, and you'll be able to see it again. But again, I don't know if I really want to spend the money into this, because I might not keep it. So, of course, if I do decide to sell it, all you guys will know. I'll let you guys know when it decides to really go out. From the last time I said, I really haven't marketed any of the bikes, but $6,000, I think, for some pipes is a little bit ridiculous. I could probably even go have some custom fabs from a race car chassis maker and have it do damn near close to the same thing, and then just obviously have a custom dyno tune to get to that will map to those pipes and everything else that is currently going on with the bike. But again, I don't plan on doing any of that. I really like the way it is now. Yeah, of course it would be nice to be a little louder, but the bike's pretty damn perfect now. So, but if I do decide to do anything like that, or maybe if the price comes down a little bit on the Akrapovic exhaust, then I'll do it. But for now, I'm going to keep her the way she is now. And personally, to be 100% honest with you, this is just my opinion, I think the factory exhaust can actually looks better than the Akrapovic exhaust. But we all know the Akrapovic exhaust sounds way better. So I think that's going to wrap it up here for today's video. Again, if y'all like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on the Instagram at the Speedbug, same name here as YouTube. And we'll see y'all for another episode here on the Speedbug channel. Deuces.